Hi, it's Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. We've had a bit of a hiatus on the channel, so apologies for that. Anyway, we're on the Minsk map and we've got Snipe from Fiddy Clan in the Object 907. It's an all tier 10 game. We know the 907's a fairly powerful medium tank in the Russian line. It's a Clan Wars support tank and the campaign is starting tonight, so good luck to everyone who's playing in the campaign, and good luck if you trying to get one of the reward tanks. Alright, he's taken this position here to block mainly heavy tanks who come down this line. So you can see we've got quite a few heavy tanks there. The I-7, got a Panzer E100, he's managed to go through the lower plate there. And currently he's firing his APCR round, so good knowledge of armor layouts help you there. And particularly the I-7, APCR is actually a good choice. It's quite trollish for heat rounds because of it's got spaced armor. But Snipe just choosing to vary who he's shooting at. And going for the leopard one there, and it hits it, but must have gone into the tracks or been absorbed that way. He's just looking for the outline, not getting it. So he's still below cover, but he's tracking where he might be coming out, just anticipating coming out again. Now Snipe is in a platoon with a few other fitted players, so they're combining to cross the map there. So he's putting some blind shots in and manages to kill leopard one there. So it just shows the value of blind shots when you know what the favourite bushes are, and certainly paid off there. So again, just shooting blind spots there, putting in some blind shots into known bushes, and so if there's a light tank in those bushes, there's a good chance they'll have to relocate in case they think they're obviously going to get hit. So T100 LT was the target there. They do get spotted moving to this position. He's going to try and use his turret armor here to get sort of pile down position. 907 doesn't have the best gun depression. Certainly the Object 140's got extra degree on top, but that doesn't stop him putting a shot into the BZ-55 there. So the advantage of this position is here, he's got a bit of hard cover in front of him. Just depends a bit on the tanks to his right, whether they come back out of that area, they might be able to shoot down to him. And he's a bit vulnerable at the side of the turret from tanks where the Panzer Kampfgruppe 7 is. But if someone pops out there, he'll be spotting them, and they'll be a target for his TDs. So you can see he's already picked up some assisting damage there against that BZ-7. See, he's just checking all the angles here, looking for both assisted damage and also his target of his own. Puts a shot into the I-7 as he's crossing. He switched to the heat rounds here, so we'll see how well that goes. Now, give an example, one just bounced off, but just choosing his aim spot a bit more carefully there. He's taken a little bit of damage, but his DPM in the 907 is pretty extreme. If you've got it set up with bond rammers and various equipment, including running food, which you can see he's not running food actually, that's interesting. So yeah, he's going in economy mode, which is not a bad idea for a standard battle. But you can certainly get a reload time around 5 seconds for the 907, and here he's got an E50M that he's going to punish. He's already bounced the incoming run, E50M, and put 2 rounds into him, and you can see he switched to APCR. Now that won't help with the frontal arm with the E50M, but if he can get to the side or weak spot, and he doesn't need to, the E50M gets taken out. But that's taken Snipe up to 2.5k, and he's also got 1.6 of assisted damage so far, so doing well here. He's found an E3 you can put a shot into, so it's a pretty target-rich environment right now in this position. just in the way the enemy is moved up. That I-7 is completely exposed to where Snipe is. But Snipe deciding, okay, there's a better way to approach this. Either flank here, then get rid of that light tank. They've pretty much taken control of the left side of the map. So using his mobility, he's going to come up here and they'll combine with his platoon mates to at least take on the FB that's up there and the Panzerkampfwagen 7. Staff just choosing to, he's spotted, so it's probably the T100. Just going over the FB and the BZ7 are separate there. So it may not be that dangerous, but I'm sure he doesn't want to lose any health unnecessarily. So again, just using the hard cover he's got here, trying to get some distance on where the T100 might be. And he's got his platoon mates there who could probably push in there and expose him. Now he's found the PZ-100. Doesn't want to stay in that position too long. Bounces his incoming round, but that's okay. At least he's distracted him. And he's going blind shots again. You can see the splash come up there, so he knows that wasn't a hit. But until that T100 is exposed, he won't feel too happy about it. FV4005 goes down, so the game is sort of still in the balance here. They've got a small hit point lead, and they've got one tank now in advantage. Snipe not spotted there. Oh no, they found the T100 LT. Is he going to get a shot on him? He's gone around to try and monster the E4, but okay, he's found the E100 tank destroyer. Goes for the tracking shot, but unfortunately that doesn't stop him. Now he's got a lower plate. Will he get him in? Yes, he does. Gets a damaging shot in. And he's just trying to make sure that if he goes after this PZ7, he's not going to get exposed to the Jack Panzer E100, but now he's got the Panzer 7 at his mercy. In a side shot should get the kill, which it does. So it's Snipe's second kill, and that's taking him up to nearly 4.5k damage. And he's got a 60 TP here, a bit dangerous tank. He's got some hit points to play with. Not that he wants to lose them, but get some shots in. And he's got a very long reload on the 60 TP. So once the 60 TP is fired, which he has, and takes a big chunk out of him, but nonetheless he'll get rid of him now. He's got his platoon mate with him in the EBR, and in fact the E4 from further back takes him out. So the game is really switched now. It's clean-up mode. Try and get as much damage as you can from the remaining targets. Snipe now on 5k damage, and he's got 2k assisted. So this is going to be a very good game for him. EBR just sneaking in front, which is okay. He can take a hit, distract the Kranwagen that's there. Gets a nice side shot on the turret. Kranwagen, a bit of dangerous tank, puts a shot in, he'll go low plate, and that goes in. One more shot before the Kranwagen shoots again, which he does, and gets taken out by the VZ55. And that is the last kill of the game. Snipe hitting 6k damage with that. Okay, that performance earned the high class, or the high caliber award for the most damage. 6.795, so that was the blind kills, blind shots he put in. He got 2.1k of assisted damage, so he's got about 8.9 of combined damage, which is a great result there. Now, it only earned a first class mastery badge. Now that's not to be sneezed at, of course, because it means you're at least 90%, or better than 90% of the players in that tank in the last couple of weeks. But we'll have a look at the experience. So here we go, 1277 base experience. Now in any other tank that would have been a ace tanker, or not say any other tank, but it just shows that in this particular tank there's a lot of very good players playing it, so it's putting the bar up quite high. but nonetheless he would have been pretty close to an ace tanker, I'm pretty sure. And we've got Killer Whitehair from Fiddy Clan in second place with 1157. He probably earned an ace tanker out of that in the BR 105. And Minjin, or Minijin, in the pattern, getting over 5k of damage. Wow, that's yeah, really working hard there, and doing a real carry there from the clan in that game. So we've got the 5A on the enemy team did 5.2k, and the Kranenwagen did over 4, as well as the Jagdpanzer E100. So some good play from those players. So they'd be pretty unhappy with the result, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. All right, so how did it affect his economics? He fired 39 shots. That's a pretty high output, and we know that the gun is pretty fast firing, so that's okay. He kept his gun running the whole game. 31 of those hit. So obviously some blind shots he was putting out there that were just targeting bushes, not necessarily exact targets. 22 penetrations. He did block 1270, so it's not a big amount, but he didn't really expose himself a great deal, so that helped there. So he had some repair costs there, 98k in ammunition costs, and he did fire a fair amount of standard ammo, so that helped, and he was running standard consumables too, so pretty low cost there. So in the end, the run out there was only 19,000 loss, which is not too bad at tier 10, I've got to say. So great game there from Stife. I hope you liked it. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing so. We've actually had quite an increase in numbers, so I'm really happy to see that. Trying to target 500, so let's keep that going if we can. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll have more content and hopefully some from the campaign in the next few days.